Ladies and gentlemen, please help us in welcoming the platform party and faculty of Chamberlain College of Nursing.
Warm welcome to your July 2019 session, Chamberlain College of Nursing graduates. Performing our nation's national anthem, please welcome Chicagoland R&B recording artist Keithan Banks.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, the rocket's red glare, bombs bursting in the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? The land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave. Thank you.
At this time, we'd like to share a Chicagoland Chamberlain tradition of ours with a musical tribute of our students' journey of becoming a Chamberlain nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Addison Campus President Dr. Janet Snow.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty and colleagues, and the July 2019 session graduates, welcome. As he said, I'm Jan Snow, President of the Addison Campus. Tonight we have 236 graduates. Amazing. This includes 147 graduates from the Addison campus, 72 graduates from the Chicago campus, and I'm honored to say that we have 17 graduates from our Troy, Michigan campus here with us today. Yeah. It's my pleasure to introduce our platform party, and I ask that as I say their name that they stand. Dr. Paul Mueller, Associate Dean of Faculty, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Addison campus. Dr. Michelle Sadko, Associate Dean of Faculty, Addison campus. Dr. Stephanie Sook, Associate Dean of Faculty, Addison campus. Crystal Pounen, Associate Dean of Faculty, Addison campus. Dr. Terry Brennan, Dean of Academic Affairs, Addison campus. And Dr. Bridget Hannum, Associate Dean of Student Learning, Addison campus. Now to this side, Dr. Semendia Clark, President, Addison, Chicago campus. Dr. Maisha Williams, Dean of Academic Affairs, Chicago campus. Annie Ryan, Associate Dean of Faculty, Chicago campus. Dr. Dahlia Saman, Associate Dean of General Education. Dr. Nazarene Tawfik, Associate Dean of Student Learning, Chicago campus. Ellen Yao, Associate Dean of Student Learning, Chicago campus. And our keynote speaker today, Todd Fink. So as we get started today, I just want to say a few words to our graduates. So I remember sitting, at least on my campus, and I'm sure on the other campuses it's similar. I love to go to the Nursing 103, your first nursing class, inspirational sessions. At least on the Addison campus, it's a 12 to 15-hour marathon done in 2 days, and I live for those days. I love to hear what you say about why you're there. It's your inspiration to be a nurse. And I would say 95% of what I hear is very similar, and I'm certain it's similar on the Chicago campus, the Troy campus, and the other 19 or 20 Chamberlain campuses. And what I hear new enrollees say is that they want to be a nurse because they want to make a difference. I hear that all the time for new students coming in. So you've been through the program now. You've learned new strategies for studying. You've sacrificed in every aspect of your lives, I'm sure. You leaned on your peers, you leaned on your friends, your family, your other support system. My greatest hope today, though, is that you would say that same thing, that you're becoming a nurse to make a difference. You're about to enter the professional nursing world, and you know enough about that world now. Many of you have worked in the world. You know that it's energizing and exhausting, right, at the same time. You probably heard on the news this week that the University of Chicago Medical Center nurses are going on a one-day strike next Friday, the 20th. Of course, we're, in a bit of a dilemma about it because we have students there and we can't have students there all week. But why are they going on strike? Well, it's about the nurse-patient ratios. They feel overworked, tired, exhausted, not being able to do their best. So you can kind of see where they're coming from. You'll also leave work tired and exhausted. You've seen nurses who come to work, right? Those of you that have been CNAs or PCTs, you've seen nurses who come to work tired, exhausted, crabby, kind of bring their personal baggage to their jobs. My greatest hope is that is never one of you as you're practicing as a nurse. This is kind of a time to reflect. It's a day of reflection on your experience in nursing school and why you wanted to be a nurse. You chose nursing because you want to make a difference, we hope, in other lives, other people's lives, and you want to leave this earth having given back. You have a choice to make, though. You could be tired and crabby and come to work and not be engaged and present, or you could be very present and aware that every day that you're with your patient, you're there with them to take care of them, your best side. You probably know, because you've heard us talk about, there's about 4 million nurses in this country. About 1 million are due to retire in the next 5 to 8 years. 1 million are due to retire. Now, Chamberlain is big. We have about 32,000 active students right now. That's not even a pin drop in filling that huge gap of 1 million nurses that will be retiring in this next time frame. We can't afford to have nurses in the field that aren't engaged, that aren't there to make a difference. You are the future of nursing. We've been in nursing, all of us, but you are the future of nursing. Your ideals, your willingness to serve, to give the best to the patient is what the profession of nursing needs. So if you're like the graduates before you, you're not going to disappoint us. You're going to go out, you're going to do great things. We're going to hear great things about you. Our greatest wish is that you come back and visit us. Send us a quick email. Tell us what you're doing with your lives, because it's hard to see you all go. And I mean, we're pushing you out of the nest today. You're going to be professional nurses and busy and doing a bunch of other things with your lives, but we do love seeing you. So congratulations on your great accomplishment. Go out and make that difference that you have dreamt about. That is my greatest hope. Thank you. I would like to invite Associate Dean of Faculty of the Chicago campus, Annie Ryan, to the podium.
Thank you so much, Dr. Snow, and good evening, everyone. At this time, I would like to recognize student organization involvement and the academic excellence our student organizations provide. Student organizations offer our students an opportunity to use the leadership and organizational skills they have learned to help promote the nursing profession and give back to the students and the community. In order to have these groups, however, we rely on the officers of these organizations to take on the planning and implementing of community service activities, meetings, and even some fun events like Nurses Week. Without these students, the groups would not be able to be as successful as they are. Would the graduating candidates who served as student organization officers please stand to be recognized? Thank you all. You may be seated. We would also like to now recognize a group of students that showed academic excellence. Each October, our top students are inducted into Sigma Theta Tau International Nursing Honors Society. Founded to advance the knowledge, learning, and scholarship of nurses, Sigma Theta Tau International focuses on scholarship and leadership and its social and ethical commitment to excellence. Sigma Theta Tau International Nursing Honors Society members, please stand to be recognized. Thank you so much. You may be seated. Thank you and congratulations to everyone on this major accomplishment.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now introduce our keynote speaker of the evening, Mr. Todd Fink. Todd is an artist, thinker, speaker, and social and environmental activist, as well as a mental health professional since 2001. He is the co-founder of the acclaimed music group, the Giving Tree Band, and the creator of the Kind Mind podcast. A modern Renaissance man, his songs, videos, articles, and lectures on health and harmony have inspired so many around the world. He has an album reach the top 40 on the American radio charts, and his podcast has routinely been in the top 40 in the category of alternative health. He holds certifications in addiction counseling and mindfulness meditation and earned his psychology and music degrees from Georgetown University. Todd has been a wellness consultant and mentor for Fortune 500 companies, nonprofits, schools, governments, and other organizations, and leads many seminars and international retreats. He draws upon experiences from extensive world travel, encounters with eminent scientists, creatives, and spiritual leaders, and works fervently to help build sustainable cultures of well-being and peace. It is with my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for this evening, Mr. Todd Fink.
Thank you. Dear nursing graduates, it is such a privilege to meet with you in this moment, and such a joy to see the diversity of personalities expressed through the colorful caps and gowns. It is a time of achievement, and I'm happy to be one of the first to congratulate you. It is also a time of transition. And throughout history and across all cultures, this is precisely the time when one would seek the guidance of a wise elder, of a mentor, perhaps a clergy member, or really anyone who has passed through the transition and is willing to welcome you across. And so, as I reflect on the nearly 20 years since I was in your position, sitting at my college graduation, whatever wisdom I have accumulated finds fulfillment when I can share it with you, because that completes a circuit in life, and soon you will be sought out for insight through transitions, whether that transition be the stages of life, or transition through divorce, or loss, or sickness. Because the hallmark of transition is uncertainty, and uncertainty is the essence of stress. You are also entering into your careers or expanding your careers at a time when healthcare itself is in transition. And I think by touching on some of the key ways in which wellness has become complicated in modern times will give you some clarity about what we're up against. And it's not meant to intimidate you, but rather inspire you. So first, we have a silent epidemic of loneliness, not only in America, but throughout the world. It's estimated that 1 out of 2 people feel lonely. And I think of it like a check engine light on a car. The car can keep going oftentimes, and so we're not really motivated to do anything about it immediately. And so these examples that I'm sharing with you will be hard to see on the faces of the people that you treat, but it will also be hard at times to detect within ourselves as we prioritize self-care in healthcare. Now, we have more people in our elderly population. Centenarians are the fastest growing segment of the population. And people over the age of 75 who are not living in nursing or assisted care, 40% of women live alone, which is twice as many as men. And this doesn't even begin to tell the story of loneliness in America, because, believe it or not, the elderly are the least lonely generation in America. It works backwards against our intuitions, down to the youngest generation, which, according to surveys and studies, are the loneliest in America, Generation Z. Now, this speaks to something much more insidious, that somehow we've entered into a new paradigm where psychosocial distance from each other is the norm, which makes us all vulnerable to mental health issues. Companionship and connection is the lifeblood of society. It is a basic need. And to think that we can go about our business in modern life and we can just muscle through this sense of disconnection is unrealistic. It's like being at work and not having time for lunch and thinking that you shouldn't get hungry. It's simply a signal. It's a need in the body. And we will have to find creative solutions to deal with this challenge in the 21st century. I have heard that other countries have appointed a minister of loneliness. and so on, and that that we can deal with this by making time to find support and to reaching out to each other. As one wise patient of mine, a young patient once said, that he may have a lot of followers, he may have a lot of friends online, but not many of them really know him. And so he said something to the effect of, he would rather have $2 half than 100 pennies. Secondly is busyness, which builds off of the loneliness. Americans already have very little amount of vacation time as it is at their places of employment. And President Snow mentioned the strike and overworking and fatigue. And there, of course, are challenges with this, as many Americans live paycheck to paycheck. I think 3/4 of our country need each paycheck to come to make ends meet. So, of course, there's an element of busyness there. But busyness has also become a badge of honor. Being busy is some kind of status symbol, whereas 100 years ago, people would actually flaunt their free time. So, we have to do something about this cult of busyness. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to solve the first one. Thirdly, eco-anxiety is on the rise. You would not be able to look at my parents and be able to see from the looks on their faces that they had to evacuate their home in California 2 years in a row due to wildfires. Fortunately, they were safe each time. But we've just witnessed the strongest storm in the Atlantic, Hurricane Dorian, maybe in history. July was the hottest month in recorded history. And there's so much uncertainty about the future and the sustainability of the planet. For the first time, I'm treating children and kids who are actually presenting with their fears based around their future with respect to the environment. For the first time, I'm seeing couples who aren't sure about the morality of having children because of the future. And clinicians are going to have to find new ways to answer these concerns. The time has come where we're going to have to see environmental wellness as the same as human wellness. If the air quality is not good, my lungs are not good. They are connected and they are part of one system. Lastly, economic vulnerability. Of course, there is a legacy of economic vulnerability among ethnicities, among racial divides, and inequality between sexes, and we have to continue to make progress on that front. But there is also uncertainty around industry itself, and as technology expands, people don't know what the future of their work is as more jobs become automated. And as I mentioned before, there is a widening gap between the rich and the poor throughout our country. 50% of Americans do not have $400 saved for an unexpected necessary expense. And this is not something that's easy to see on people's faces. Meanwhile, 78% of Americans say they're doing just fine. And so it's not easy to be open about these challenges of the 21st century. And I do not highlight this to scare you, but rather I tell you all this for the sake of clarity, so you know what we're up against on the other side. And this is all meant to inspire you, because it means that you are desperately needed, that you have a purpose, and we want you to be inspired for as long as you can so that you can really help and really serve. But I also say this to remind you that in this complicated world of wellness in the 21st century, you have every right to prioritize your self-care in your work in healthcare. I encourage you to treat your compassion like a battery. You will find that this one-way nurturing that we are required to do can be draining at times. There will be times when you won't feel appreciated. not only from the people that you serve, but at times from the teams that you work with. And it will be important to rely on your core values during those times. But if you think of your smartphones, rarely do people let their smartphone drain all the way down to nothing. People know once it gets to 30, I plug it in, 30%. And yet others charge it every chance they get. As a musician, I think of compassion like the tuning of my instrument. It will inevitably go out of tune. And once it does, no matter how hard I try, I can't harmonize with others. So what do I have to do? I have to step back, listen to the strings of my own guitar, and align them once again. So wherever this compassion comes from, it is an essential part of human nature. Compassion and empathy is who we are. It is why you chose this path. Whether it's the compassion centers in the parietal lobe or the mirror neurons that we share with some other mammals, it runs out and it has to be replenished. And just like the example of putting our oxygen mask on first, we have to take time to replenish our energy. There is an interesting story of this theory of mirror neurons. In 1992, there was a neuroscientist, Rizzolatti, with a colleague in Italy studying what they thought were motor neurons in a macaque monkey. And they were teaching it how to toss a peanut into its mouth. And during that activity, that action, the neuron would fire, the cell in the brain, and it would transmit a signal to their computers, and it would make a sound, ta, ta, ta. During one of their breaks, Rizzolatti's colleague is talking to him about their findings, grabs a peanut unconsciously, tosses it into his mouth, and they hear ta, ta, ta. They look over, the monkey's just staring at them, but the cell is firing when the other person, when the colleague performs the same action. It's now thought that this is how we feel with each other. You know the feeling of watching a Bears game or a Cubs game, Game 7 of the Cubs World Series, and sitting on the edge of your seat. Why are we nervous? It's as if we're responsible to make it happen. In a scary movie, we jump back in our seat, even though there's no chance that anything's coming off the screen to harm us. It is because our mirror neurons are firing and making those experiences our own on some subconscious level. And so, as nurses, to treat people, to listen to their problems, and to think that you're going to come out of that unaffected is unrealistic. It's as unrealistic as going into water and thinking, I won't get wet. And so you're going to need strategies for self-care. You're going to have to learn the art of letting go, of transitioning from empathy to compassion, which is the motivation to do something, to serve, but not being stuck in that feeling. And so I'd like to give you a taste of what this is like. So if everyone could sit silently for a moment and sit straight in your seat, please close your eyes. Because one of my teachers said, an ounce of practice is worth a ton of theory. So I would like to guide you for a moment in a meditative technique. Please close your eyes, and for a moment, I'd like to direct your attention to parts of the body where we tend to store tension. If your tongue is pressed against the roof of your mouth, try to relax it. Maybe place it behind your upper teeth. Check in with your jaw. Allow it to relax if it's tight. Let your shoulders relax a little. They tend to come up towards our ears when we're nervous. Let your arms hang from your sides like heavy curtains. Check in with your core. If your stomach muscles are tight, try to relax them with each exhalation. And now, I'd like to direct you to your breath for a moment. For me, breathing is the tool for tuning my instrument. I'd like you to just notice for a moment what it feels like to breathe. Notice that it feels good to breathe in. Notice that it feels good to release carbon dioxide. Notice how your body expands and contracts however it naturally does. And finally, allow yourself to enjoy the sound and rhythm of breathing. Then you can gradually resume your normal breathing and open your eyes when you feel ready. It may sound strange to talk about enjoying breathing, but I think it could be as enjoyable as eating and drinking and sleeping. It is the fourth thing we need to do every day to take care of ourselves. We do these other things many times a day, and we breathe 20,000 times a day. But that means we have 20,000 opportunities to tune ourselves, to step back and recharge. Could you imagine if we only had to breathe once in a day? I think it would be as important as the other three. We might even get invited out to breathe. But as it is, we have many opportunities. To conclude, I'd just like to tell you a quick story about where I found myself nearly 20 years ago in the month of my graduation. I was on a train from Philadelphia to D.C. in the summer, and it was probably about 100 degrees. It was a capacity train in the morning on the way to work for people, and the air conditioning wasn't working. I was sitting there wondering if I had what it took to become an artist, to become a musician, to make an impact in healthcare. And as the tension grew in that train car, I felt this motivation to serve, to do something. And I saw another young man with a guitar on his back, and I asked if I could borrow it. He said, "Sure, but what do you plan to do with it?" I said, "I'm going to play for these people." So I opened it up, tuned it, and started walking up and down the aisle singing songs, and I could hear people mumbling, "It's bad enough the air conditioning's not working." But I kept going until finally someone called out for a request, and I knew many songs back then as I was studying guitar. So I took that request, then there was another, then there was another. Then people started singing with me. Then they started standing up. Then they started dancing. Then the other cars started looking in and say, "I want to be in that car." Started squeezing in, and then we're all swaying and dancing. Men and women have sweated through their work clothes, suits and whatnot, totally forgetting about what was happening, where they were. Finally, the conductor comes in, and I thought I was in trouble. But instead, he took off his big conductor hat, and he started collecting money from everybody. He brought it over to me, and he said, "Thank you, son, for making our situation a bit brighter." And so I want to leave you with this idea that you will undoubtedly encounter negativity. But no matter what challenges you face, just remember that all the darkness in the world can't extinguish the light in a single heart. So I want to thank you. I thank the presidents of Chamberlain, the faculty, the staff, and you, the graduates, for the opportunity to serve as your speaker. And remember, may you be a light to the patients and clients and communities that you serve. But may you remain a light also to the teams that you work with, the organizations you work with, and to the world. Most of all, may you be a light unto yourself. Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming Addison Campus President Dr. Janet Snow and Dr. Terry Brennan for the awarding of diplomas for the Addison, Illinois, and Troy, Michigan campuses. Would the Addison Bachelor of Science and Nursing candidates please come forward? Ronald Alvaro. Kishla Arshila, cum laude. Oleksi Alexandra, RN, magna cum laude. Peppa Esanova, cum laude. Payal Agrawal. Go. Anesafi Avery. Go. Katie Arndt, RN, magna cum laude. Umaima Batul. Raymark Belisi. Annika Batista. Christina Burrow, cum laude. Mercedes Balanese. Joshua Becker. Anna Bergstrom, magna cum laude. Julia Bazinski, cum laude. Ashley Bujo, RN, magna cum laude. Esmeridi Bandari, cum laude. Margaret Brooks, cum laude. Frederica Buckner, RN, magna cum laude. Tracy Biggerstaff, summa cum laude. Dana Carlson. Erica Michelle De La Cruz. Jacqueline Basher. Neha Chaudhary, cum laude. Chloe Delert, RN, magna cum laude. Nicole Chappis, RN, cum laude. Sonali Das, magna cum laude. Cynthia Klopek, cum laude. Gregory Arndt Dietrich II, magna cum laude. Marvin Delota, magna cum laude. Carla Judith Escalante Perez, cum laude. Amber Drish. Jessica Ferguson, RN. Hannah DiMaggio, RN, cum laude. Ashley Fiedler, RN. Christina F. Nushev. Kelsey Duran, magna cum laude. Alyssa Diaz, magna cum laude. Everybody okay? Jennifer Ford, magna cum laude. Erin Flannery, RN, magna cum laude. Kimberly Fortin, cum laude. Kayla Grandinetti, magna cum laude. Yesenia Guzman. Lindsay Geringer. Alexis Harkless, cum laude. Deja Griffin, cum laude. Jasmine Harvey, RN, cum laude. Rachel Healy, RN. Jacqueline Helminiak, RN, magna cum laude. Victoria Hill, summa cum laude. Crystal Graddick Hull. RN. Nicole Jedniak, magna cum laude. Panu Jose, magna cum laude. Tina Jose. Melissa Hernandez. Rolando Javier Jr. Jenny M. Kanya, cum laude. Kiran Preet Kaur. Raleigh Kernan, magna cum laude. Olivia Kaloje, RN, magna cum laude. Caitlin Kaskatis, summa cum laude. Agnes Crayson, RN, magna cum laude. Katarina Krejci. Paulina Kuchek, RN, cum laude. Go on. Abby Light. Cassandra Lethert. Rachel May Moctezuma, cum laude. Kirsten Marciniak, magna cum laude. Brooke Merrill, magna cum laude. Chinmay Lodi. Margaret McIntyre. Nancy McMahon. Sok Lim Lim, RN, summa cum laude. Yoon Mi Lee, RN, cum laude. Bawani Maskey. Dominique Moody, RN. Lana Muchnik, RN. Ijok Kwango, summa cum laude. Ted Man, magna cum laude. Keep going. Ilse Osario, magna cum laude. Nadine Nayan, cum laude. Tiffany Pagao. Karen Ochoa Cortez, RN, cum laude. Carissa Palumbo. Jessica Palumpis. Morgan Park. Jennifer Park. Ebony Parker, cum laude. Shirag Patel, RN, cum laude. Sweta Patel, RN, summa cum laude. Katie Plasky. Mary Patochek. Maria Pulvino, magna cum laude. Whitney Keenes, cum laude. Barbara Rodriguez. Alexis Rochek, RN, cum laude. Brittany Rink, magna cum laude. Marti Rostall, summa cum laude. Rachel Rudney, magna cum laude. Jalisa Rangel. Natasha Rodriguez, cum laude. Jenna Rains, RN, summa cum laude. Brian Salgado. Rose America Saldana, cum laude. Fabiola Sanchez. Fabiola Guzman. Christina Marie Schreier, RN. Madeline Schiltz, RN, cum laude. Jonathan Schroe. Ashley Segovia. Gifty Serwa, cum laude. Bianca Salazar, RN, magna cum laude. Pooja Sharma, summa cum laude. Anjali Shah. Samantha Shelley. Siddiqa Shirzoy. Charles Sudhikun. Annalisa Stallone, summa cum laude. Monica Stevenson, RN, cum laude. William Swain, magna cum laude. Sarah Sweatman, RN. Erica Veenbas, summa cum laude. Dawit Tadasa, magna cum laude. Tierra Thomas. Jessica Vasquez. Beatrice Trujillo, cum laude. Rebecca Thompson. Julia Ray Tibar. Elizabeth Turner, cum laude. Carlos Toscano. Stylianos Vasilopoulos. Jomira Velasquez, RN, magna cum laude. Stephanie Velasquez. Melissa Vincent, RN, magna cum laude. Brian White, RN, cum laude. Vanessa Villegas. Aaron Wood, RN, summa cum laude. Hannah Yoon, magna cum laude. Camille Zablon, RN, magna cum laude. Thank you. Would the Troy Bachelor of Science in Nursing candidates please come forward? Sandra Abdullah. Kausar Alam. Victoria Angeles, cum laude. Rachel Arbo. Zainab Barakat. Amber Barton, magna cum laude. Calvis Bradley Hudson. Nicole Cara. Nicolette Cullen, cum laude. Zina Elayan. Hadil Haydar. Jonathan Hermes. Lauren Langhorn. Carrie Minor, cum laude. Christiana Mojica, cum laude. Taylor Monticelli. Joanna Musa, magna cum laude. Lauren Shook. Shelby Steinhelper. Thank you. Dr. Dalia Saman of the Chicago campus will now read the names of the Chicago Bachelor of Science in Nursing candidates.
Thank you, Dr. Sook. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Maisha Williams and Chicago Campus President, Dr. Semindia Clark, to help award the Chicago Bachelor of Science in Nursing candidates. Would the Chicago Bachelor of Science candidates please come forward? Sofarat Abdel Karim. Rachel Akuashola, RN, cum laude. Paula Atawarano, cum laude. Carissa Andeverde, RN, cum laude. Ken Benchoa Charansik. Cassandra Barrett, cum laude. Caitlin Bennett. Stephanie Cardenas. David Campbell, RN, magna cum laude. Carmen Collier, RN, summa cum laude. Jade Clark. Marithia Constantino, cum laude. Jamisha Dickerson. Danielle Ann Duero. Camille Fajardo, cum laude. Taylor Frayne, RN. Lisa Fonchez. Marcela Gallegos, magna cum laude. Ricardo Garcia, magna cum laude. Amber Gervais, magna cum laude. Marion Gwende. Marlene Gutierrez. Chelsa Jalapadun. Stephanie Johnson. Aisha Khan, cum laude. Nicole Kinsey, RN, magna cum laude. Syria Porn Klaisuban, cum laude. Benjuan Lakson, cum laude. Suzanne Lavarini. Elizabeth Martinez, magna cum laude. My apologies, RN. My apologies. Sophia Minhuna. Jelena Miodragovic. Abigail Morales. Jasmine Morawa, RN, magna cum laude. Jamie Nahira, RN. Amy Nichols. Danae Norman. Abioa Agiaman, cum laude. Saran O'Henny. Michael Oriana, RN, cum laude. Angeliki Panagopoulos. Carissa Parenti. Twinsa Patel. Taisha Polk. Kayla Pryor, RN, magna cum laude. Claudia Quantanilla, cum laude. Roxanne Schaefer. Melissa Sirico, RN. Maria Safransky, RN, magna cum laude. Jeanette Talavera, cum laude. Vincent Tam, my apologies, Tam. Maria Tatro. Rosa Torres. Thomas Trevilla, cum laude. Benjamin Vasa. Christy Walker, cum laude. Alicia Washington, cum laude. Sarah Weber. Mavis Yaboa, cum laude. Sarah Yonan. Luis Lewis. Zuniga, RN, cum laude. Congratulations to all the graduates. I would now like to invite our Chicago campus president, Dr. Semindia Clark, back to the podium to confer the student degrees.
Will the Bachelor of Science in Nursing candidates please rise? Graduates, please turn your tassels from right to left of your mortarboard to signify that you are now graduates of Chamberlain College of Nursing. Upon these recommendations and the authority vested in me by Chamberlain College of Nursing, Vice President of Academic Affairs, and the Chamberlain Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon these students the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees as appropriate, with all privileges and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Welcome to the nursing profession. Please join me in congratulating these graduates.
Let's hear it one more time for these new graduates.
Hey, look, Ma, I made it. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. Everything's coming up aces, aces. If it's a dream, don't wake me, don't wake me. I said, hey, look, Ma, I made it. Friends are happy for me, or they're honeysuckle phonies. Yeah, they celebrate my medals, or they wanna take my trophies. Some are loyal soldiers, while these other thorns are rosy. And if you never know who you can trust, then trust me, you'll be lonely. Oh,